Hello everyone. Readings for November. It's Halloween night here. Here where I live, it's traditionally called Jade, which means old people. It's an old Polish word. Old people, not necessarily dead. So this time, this very special time of the year, is connected with wisdom of old people. And moreover, the wisdom of the dead. And that's why this month I wanted to use this deck, Santa Muerte Tarot deck, which is very much containing death, as you can see. The skull, beautifully painted. But what you can read here is Memento Vivere, which means remember about life. And what I think is that what makes life really meaningful is death. It's not the end of life, as it is very wisely mentioned here. Death isn't the opposite of life. If there is anything opposite to death, it's birth, not life. So death as a part of life, as a very valuable particle that makes life really what it is, really worth living. And I waited for this deck to come, and it came. It has come today to my house, so I'm going to use it. I think I'm going to make a review of this in English, but not today. I want to make readings, and I also want to mention that the full moon in Taurus is coming in a few days. I think it's Saturday morning here where I live in Europe. So in a few days. And this moon is all about abundance. It's all about wealth. It's all about how much we can receive from life. I don't want to say take, but receive. How open we are to receive, and how safe we are with it. And that's why these readings are somehow profiled into this direction. How to make the best of life. How to receive as much as we can, nurturing ourselves during this time. Okay, so let's start our readings. See you in your sign. Hello Aquarius, here's a reading for you for November 2017. The cards are already shuffled, so I just want to cut the deck. Please guide me for Aquarius, Sun, Moon or Rising. What's this card? Okay. Yeah, your energy. 3 times in a row I have King of Swords. Capricorn had it, then Virgo had it, now you have it. King of Swords, very much your energy. What's your challenge, which can also be your chance? It's 4 of Cups, a challenge rather. And what's unexpected? 5 of Wands. The outcome, or the vista, the look, the insight. The Wheel of Fortune. You're the first one to receive this. And the advice of the dead is 7 of Swords for Aquarius. The outside influence, background energy, the moon. I love this moon. Look at this. She sees her reflection. So the moon means that something is not clear. There may be contradictory information coming to you. You may not be sure what you see. Something is not clear. Something is hazy, like the reflection in the water. What do I see? Is it real, what I see? Or is it just an illusion? But there's also, it's also a dreamy card. It's a card of Pisces. So it also talks about the necessity to connect to your intuition, which may be hard as you're King of Swords. And King of Swords is very much in the mind. But as a skillful and experienced warrior, he or she, let's say gender neutral, because it's a general reading, so can be you, whatever is your gender, whatever your gender is. As a skillful warrior, this person, this energy, can take some things for granted, and it's understandable, and it's useful, because when you have such a high mind functioning as King of Swords has, you can put your attention somewhere else. You're safe as far as your mind is concerned. Of course, it's always about balance. So if you go too much into your mind, if you think your mind is the only thing that there is, you may be severely surprised by the amount of water here and here. The challenge card, 4 of Cups, this is very terrifying picture for me. It contains a centipede, which is a very malefic, I think. The pool, the bleak heart. You no longer find joy in something. It is boring for you. So there's this danger of being absolutely bored with your emotional life. The feeling of stagnation, hopelessness, I think. Hopelessness is what I feel here. That's your challenge. As if you didn't know what to do next. As if you were sitting over a story that repeats over and over again. Both these people are looking into the pool of water. She seems surprised and maybe terrified, but this one is just hopeless. Idle. Desperate. Maybe even. It's a very sad card. Because that's not what you wanted, right? It's not what you wanted. And you're not sure. As if you were really stranger to your emotions. What's happening here? What am I supposed to do with it? What surprises you is the inner conflict, the feeling of Many forces pulling into many directions. Fortunately, not so many. There are only 5 of these matches. So this feeling of being torn apart by various forces, this will end. It won't last forever. But now you need to stay within this, and it may catch you by surprise. Perhaps you felt you have the direction. You knew what you were doing. You were sure of yourself, and suddenly it's no longer being pleasant and joyful and fulfilling. So perhaps you consider changing of your plans, changing of your direction. But you're not sure. Because you're not sure whether whatever you see here is true or not. The Wheel of Fortune as an outcome and perhaps an advice of sorts. The Wheel of Fortune, change for the better. But turning, whatever you like it or not, whatever you wish it or not, it's beyond you, this Wheel of Fortune. Let me read it for you from this little booklet. According to the position in which this card appears, it represents the beginning, the middle, or the end of a cycle. It represents dynamism, mutation, and the complementarity with which we move in uninterrupted, changing direction and orientation. So yeah, you will. You won't stay for too long in this, over this pool. You will change direction, although you don't know if it's the right thing to do. On the horizon can be seen unexpected but positive events, favorable circumstances and successes, but ones not to linger upon in order to avoid risking stagnation. That's it. You don't want to risk stagnation. If we do not continue to move, to be fluid and changeable like the wheel itself, we will find ourselves blocked, and laziness will make our situation even more precarious. So that's the warning, to move. Even if you're not sure where, sometimes we don't have to know. Sometimes life knows better. Sometimes it's better to do anything than to do nothing, even if you don't know what it should be. There's a very strong message here. Like you're in the darkness, you don't know where to go, but you know you can't stay in this place. What's the advice of the dead? The 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords. Where are the swords? 7. We are still in a crisis moment, but having reflected and resonated, we have managed to open the barrier that kept us isolated and to see a new hope born. The 7 of Swords opens up new roads, new projects, and a renewed trust through which we can overcome debate, gossip, or problems directly connected to fear. Yeah, that's the 7 of Swords. Look what's written here. Hope and reflection. So you were in a state where you were touching hope and reflection. Now you're ready to go. What's important in 7 of Swords, that it is always a turning point. Like you can choose an easy way and let yourself be directed by your fear. That's an easy path. It seems an easy path. But in truth, it's the path that leads you to a repetition of the same lesson. 7 of Swords is the moment when you need to take all your courage and unconformity. What's what's the word? When you do popular things, It's easy way. When you do unpopular things, this is the way you need to choose here, in order not to let that lesson happen again. So choose a harder path, perhaps not so popular. Unconformist is the word I was looking for. Don't be a conformist here. Choose the harder way, but not the one you've taken before. Try something else, and you will avoid this stagnation, this death. Because when the water is still, it's dying. Move, Aquarius, move this month. And whichever direction is enough, is quite well for you. Okay. Thank you for your time. I wish you a beautiful and fruitful month of November. And I see you next month, I hope. Bye-bye.